What's going on, guys? Machine here with another week of State of My Tunes. This week it's pretty short and sweet. As you're seeing here, Machine has a shield and a one-hander. And just as I say shield and one-hander, he decides to show them off. Long story short, just when I was almost done with WoW due to not having friends to play with and just kind of getting bored, one of my friends that runs a guild who lives locally decided to tell me that their main tank quit right when they got to Ragnaros, and they're 6 for 7, and they need a main tank, and was curious if I wanted to do so. I had never really thought about tanking with my warrior before. I wanted to keep him DPS only. I mean, Brightling is, my paladin is like, 365 geared tank and would have been perfect for this, but this guy also told me there was no other melee plate DPS and I could have all that gear too. So I thought, you know what, I can learn how to tank, get all the tank gear I want, and still get all the melee plate DPS gear and weapons that I want. So fuck it, I went for it. So he threw me about 100k gold and said, do work, and I'll show you what I was able to accomplish. Come on, loading screen. Okay, so I went from having no tank gear whatsoever on this guy. I did not have one piece to my name, except for these shoulders here, these ZG shoulders, the Pauldrons of Sacrifice, because I had them for a while when ZG first came out. I had reforged them, and for some reason they were sitting in my bank minding their own business. So I snagged those out, and I went to town with a bunch of BOEs. I already had the Bioptic Kill Shades, so that helped things. But I bought the Firebound Gorget, 378 neck. I had Fireland Rep, so I went and got the Flamewrath Great Cloak. I bought the Hardened Elementium Hauberk chest piece. I bought the Valor Bracers. After today's run, I had enough Valor, because we did Firelands tonight, to get the Handguards of the Molten Giant. Rep, I was able to get the Girdle of the Indomitable Flame. I bought the Corefire leg plates. I had Rep for the Pyrelord Grieve boots. I bought Thex Ember Seal. I bought the Talonguard band. Actually, no, I already had that. I didn't buy it. Bought the Dark Moon card, and I bought the Scales of Life. And then I bought the Elementium Earthguard shield and Lava Spine. Bought all the enchants, and then basically here I am as a tank. Now tonight I did my first tanking run. I mean, 10 minutes before the Firelands run, where we were about to do Lord Rylith, Domo, and then our first attempts at Ragnaroth. Yeah, I set my bars up. I briefly read about the rotation, and I went in and surprisingly kicked ass. So I'm pretty excited. It was interesting to actually read about the stat requirements for Warrior as opposed to other types of tank. They pretty much ignore hit and ignore expertise. So I got my, as you can see here, my dodge is at 14.54 and my parry is at 15.49, and then after that you pretty much want to stack mastery. So I got about 16.58 mastery, and then gem wise I pretty much did mastery gems. I stacked them. I got some like over here like 20 parry, 20 mastery, but it's not like a stamina gemmed up. And overall, it was a great experience. I had a lot of fun with, tanking in general. Again, it kind of reactivated my lust for WoW. And obviously, this is the only tune I'm playing from now on. I already kind of expressed that to you guys in a previous video. So he will be, tank for PvE for right now, and then arms for PvP. But what I'm going to be doing is researching a spec, or maybe not even really a spec, but I'm going to see what I can do PvE wise with arms with a PvP spec. And I may be a couple points off here and there, but there were a couple fights in Firelands and in other dungeons where you don't have to be you don't have to have two tanks. So it gives me the option to DPS. Well, I don't want to, undo my arm spec and have a Fury off spec. And unlike Rift, you can't have 5 specs, you could only have 2. So I may switch my PvE DPS spec to arms, even though it's not as good as Fury, because I can only have 2 specs. So I pretty much have to pick when I am gonna, when I am gonna DPS. Do I really want to sacrifice my PvP spec for that? No. Another thing that's kind of happening is I'm considering just moving over to this guild altogether. I guess they're all heavily into PvP and they're arranging rated battleground groups, and they have an opening in a couple of their threes teams. So, or they got threes teams basically forming, and they're all pretty good. So I think I'm gonna leave the PvP BD guild that I'm in right now and switch over to them this week. Unfortunately, they're not level 25, so I'm going to lose out on a couple of the perks, which are useful. But you know what? Help level this guild up. One of my really good real-life friends is the leader, so I really have nothing to worry about. And, kind of move forward in that direction. As far as pretty much my other tunes, obviously they didn't get touched, like I said, because pretty much taking the back seat. I took all the gold off of them, moved them over to Machine, and any available valuable mats and enchanting mats and whatnot, send them over to him, and that's pretty much, he's going to be the main focus from now. Yeah, I got all these other tunes, and maybe some point later on down the road I'm going to be playing, but once Star Wars comes out, I'm going to be logging in Sunday night and Wednesday night into this game to raid, and then I'm also going to be logging in throughout the week on and off to do arenas and PvP with people. But my primary focus is going to be Star Wars the day that that game comes out. I'll be getting it at midnight, and I'll probably be playing it until I die from exhaustion. So it's pretty much up for WoW. Let's switch over to another game now. Give me 1 second. And I'm back with some Black Ops for PC. I've just been playing this kind of in my spare time. I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but when I bought Black Ops originally, it was having a lot of issues with running on dual-core processors or less. You pretty much had to have a quad-core to play this game, or the video lag was just fucking retarded. My last machine had a dual-core processor. I had 12 gigs of RAM, and probably one of the latest and greatest NVIDIA cards at the time of the release of this game. And you'd go to move, and it'd be like, move, 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 dead. Like, it was just horrible lag. So I've been playing this, just recently because as much as I love Modern Warfare 2 on the PC, no one really plays it anymore, and it can literally take 20 to 25 minutes to connect to a group of people to connect to a server, and it's really fucking annoying. So I figured, why not? I paid the money for this game. Might as well play it a little bit before Modern Warfare 3 comes out. Check it out. And kind of jumping in the middle, I know I haven't really updated you on this game before for me as like in the state of my tunes form, but I started, I think on Thursday or Friday, I was like level 25, and now I'm level 32. And I just unlocked this gun last night, the Galil. It's pretty fucking sweet. I like it a lot compared to some of the other guns. Just give you a rundown of some of my other profiles. I've got an M16 profile. I love the M16. A lot of people don't like it because it's got the burst 3 shot, but personally, for me, I like it especially in Black Ops because the hitbox is not like Modern Warfare 2 at all. Like, you could clip someone in Modern Warfare 2 with like any gun, and I feel a little more realistic because you take a couple bullets, you die. The hitbox in Black Ops is fucking retarded. You literally have to put it like 10 bullets into people unless you get a headshot to kill them, which is just outlandish. And it is very frustrating, and is one of my biggest gripes about this game. That being said, though, the M16, every single time you pull that trigger, you're putting 3 rounds into your target. So it does become useful. The next gun I'm using, on and off the MP5K. It's okay. I'm not terribly thrilled with it. But if I want, a good submachine gun, I've been playing with this here, and that's the AK-7 4U. And it's basically a pistol grip AK. It's pretty retarded. It can get through walls. I like it. It's got pretty decent burst on it, and it's a heavy hitter, so it drops people fairly quickly. Other one is the Galil I was just telling you about. Good assault rifle, fully automatic. Doesn't have as much burst as I like, but it gets the job done. And right now at level 32, I think it's probably the best gun for me to level with. And then last but not least is the AUG. I like the AUG, but sometimes it gets all over the place. It kind of jumps around a tad, and I liked it a lot when I first got it, but as time went on, I definitely ended up liking the Galil a lot more. So, and I pretty much roll with the frag and the flashbang with all my classes and the claymore, just because it's pretty simple. I like running warlord perk so I can have 2 attachments, marathon and lightweight, just so I can get around the map a little bit quicker. But as I get, better perks and whatnot, I'll probably switch those up a bit. And that's pretty much it for Black Ops. Like I said, I mean, I'll probably get a couple levels a week. This isn't a terrible priority of mine, but sometimes I just don't feel like running around and leveling in other games. So I fire up Black Ops and just shoot people, let off some steam, and then get back in the game with other stuff as I feel it is appropriate. That's pretty much it for Black Ops. Let's switch over to the next game. Rift. Here it is, my one and only toon on here that I play anyways, and that's my level 15 Bomby Warrior Trenbolone. Haven't really done much with this guy. He's wearing the I guess their loyalty gear or whatever. The longer you're subscribed, you get these like pieces that you can get whatever each month. Sweet rewards, whatever. They're pretty much pointless. They're just for show. But I really thought I was going to get into Rift pretty hardcore. Then everyone that was playing Rift, they decided to disappear. So if I continue on with this, it's pretty much going to be by myself. So I don't know if you're going to see a State of My Toons with Rift again. With Star Wars right around the corner, and with me now taking more involvement in WoW, I don't know what's going to happen here. So I just thought I'd show you guys what, my toon, and I'm on the Free March server. I'm sorry, not the Free March server. I am on the Famist server, F-A-E-M-I-S-T. It's a PvP server, and, I'm playing a warrior. It's a pretty fun class to play, but the problem is that Star Wars is like looming in the background, and every time I'm playing this, I'd rather be checking out the classes in there, even the ones I'm not going to play. So that being said, I'm going to give you the State of My Toons of Star Wars right now, but I can't show it to you because of the stupid NDA. I started another bounty hunter and took him up to try the Power Tech tree, and it's fucking sweet. He is currently level 12. I have my other bounty hunter that's level 11. He's set up as the mercenary. I have a Sith Marauder, which is level 12. I have a Smuggler, which is level 10 or 11. And I have a Imperial Agent that I'm working up the ranks. I believe he's level 7 or 8 right now. So, I'm trying everything out just to give it a whirl, seeing how I like it, checking out kind of the different stories on both the Imperial and the Republic side, even though I'm definitely, regardless, going to play Imperial. So that's pretty much it for the State of My Toons for this week, guys. I appreciate the views. I appreciate you guys taking a look and kind of staying tuned to my tunes, if you will. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, requests, let me know, and I'll do the best I can. As always, guys, stay tuned to next week, and hopefully there will be more gear and, more lore to uncover in all games. Talk to you soon, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Peace.